Okay, so this is the third video for this. Modeling and guided instruction on finding volume of complex solids. So we got this king tint that we need to figure out how to figure up on how we're going to find the volume of it. So this tint can be divided up into two different prisms. A triangular prism, and we know that it's triangular because it's a triangle at one end, and the other one is a rectangular prism because it's a rectangle at one end. And as we all know, the polygon is always base. So we have the triangular prism, so the triangle is the base right here, and we have the rectangular prism, so the rectangle is the base. And so we need to label to figure out what these things are. Okay, so let's do it a little bit. So we can find the volume of the triangular prism and the volume of the rectangular prism and add the volumes together. Kind of like when we were doing those things with the area where we had the pool cover that looked like this, where we had to figure up the area of this part, the area of this part, the area of that part, and then add the three together. It's the same general principle, only now instead of doing it with 2 dimensions, we're doing it with 3 dimensions. We're building on what we already learned. So what are the dimensions of the regular prism? The rectangular prism, I should say. Yeah, let's look at this before I continue on. So this part right here, right, this side right here, the edge right here, has got a height of 2 feet, and it's got a length of 8 feet. And this front of the tent, it's also got a height of 2 feet, and the front of the tent is 6 feet. So the rectangular prism is going to be 2 times 8 times 6. And this triangular prism here, just like the rectangular prism, just like this side right here, this side is the same length. See how it's over here, they're both joined together. I don't know if you can see that little line when I rub those sides back and forth. And so this is also going to be 8 feet here. And just like the front of the tent, this front is also 6 feet. And that part is 8 feet. Now the total height was 5 feet. So you can see from the picture above. And the height of the rectangular prism is 2 feet. So we need from the top to the top of the triangular prism to the bottom to the top of the rectangular prism. So we're going to subtract that 2 feet, and we're going to end up with, let's see, 5 minus 2.5, or 5.5 minus 2 is going to be 3.5. Right? Right. So the height of that triangle, that triangular base part, is 3.5. And the length is 8. And the other length is 6. Same as on the other triangle. Same, not triangle, same as the other prism. All right. So let me erase this so I can continue on. So we can say, what are the dimensions of that regular prism? They were 2 by 6 by 8. What was the volume? 2 times 6 times 8 equals, let's see, 2 times 6 times 8, 96. And 96 what? Because that's just the number squared. What are the dimensions of the base of the triangular prism? That was, see, we have I'm thinking about it. We have this, the 2 and the 6. I already labeled it on the above, but this part was 8. So the dimensions of the base of the triangular prism, just the base, not the whole prism, but just the base. This was the height, the dashed line here, was 3.5 feet, and the front 6 feet. So B. And we already went over how I found the height of the triangular base. So let me move this up a little bit. I do wish that it was what I drew on here would continue on with it. Let me go ahead and put this back. So the volume of the triangular prism, so we got to find the area of the base. Area of the base is 1/2 times 6 times 5, because its area equals 1/2 base times height. And we're going to multiply that times the height of the prism, which was 8. So 1/2 times 6 times 3.5 times 8 is 84. 84 feet cubed. So the total by the tent would be 84 feet cubed. So 84 plus 96 equals 180. Feet cubed. So Sam says that he can find the volume of the tent without breaking it into 2 different solids. Explain how. Now, if you remember, you can find the area, the volume of any shape, as long as you can figure what the area of that base is and multiply it times height. So if you just found the area of the base, the base was just like this. It's basically, there's 5 sides, so it's a pentagon. So the area of the base times the height equals the volume. So how do you find the volume of a figure made up of two or more prisms? You just have to split it up and find each one individually. Yeah, you just find the volume of each one using that formula V equals area of the base times the height and add them together. So we've got another, let me erase this. So this is basically the same thing. I'm going to leave you with this to figure out what to do. You know, you just do the same thing. You got to find, you got two different prisms here. You've got this rectangular prism, and you've got the triangular prism. It's plain and simple. You have to find out what the base of that triangle is, or the height of that triangle on the base, by taking this, you know, the total height of this what is this, a storage room, garage, is 9 feet, and you got to subtract this 7.5 feet from it, and you'll find the height of that triangular base. Okay, so I guess that's it for the finding the volume of solids. I will put this on the Google Classroom to be used for resource, and I will post questions that for y'all to answer for these two try-its, and we will see how it goes from there. I hope you enjoy this, and like I said, if you have any questions, please give me an email, send me an email, or send me a notification through the Classroom or on Remind. All right, thanks.